Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on the ample challenges appertaining to being an alpha male. So, what are some of the ample challenges appertaining to being an alpha male? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Unbeknownst to most people, it can be ineffably cumbersome to sustain being an alpha male. What challenges do alpha men need to surmount, overcome, and triumph over? Well, as an alpha man, you are expected to reach your overarching goals and reach your higher aspirations. And this challenge can indeed be eminently cumbersome to overcome. This can be a Brobdingnagian challenge of unprecedented proportions. As an alpha male, you are expected to expeditiously reach your overarching goals and expeditiously reach your higher aspirations. However, this can take decades on your end to achieve. It is not easy. It is a highly time-consuming, highly expensive pursuit. You do not reach your overarching goals overnight, nor do you reach your higher aspirations overnight. So, there is tremendous pressure on alpha males to perform and reach their overarching goals and higher aspirations in an expeditious manner without deferring to do so. You should not postpone doing so. However, you should be realistic and just concede to accepting the fact that it can take you decades to reach your overarching goals and higher aspirations. Do not delude yourself into believing that it happens overnight. This undertaking, this pursuit, this endeavor can require decades of your time, energy, and efforts. And even then, success is not guaranteed. So just bear that in mind. Allow that to marinate into the chasms of your mind. Allow that to seep into the bowels of your mind. Render that retentive. Upload that into your neurons. And be realistic. Do not be delusional. So, what is another challenge appertaining to being an alpha male? Well, as an alpha male, you're expected to ascend the social dominance hierarchy. That challenge within itself can be arduous to surmount. You have to have top-notch rhetoric. You have to know how to be inducted into social groups. You have to know how to efficaciously network with other people. You have to know how to cultivate a robust behemoth of a network. Do you have enough clout? Do you have enough influence? Do you have enough of a powerful public image to ascend to the upper echelon of the social dominance hierarchy? Cultivating a robust network can take decades. Ascending to the upper echelon of the social dominance hierarchy can also take decades. Establishing a powerful, strong, robust, distinguishable public image is no easy feat to achieve. Being inducted into elite social circles, being lauded over by their people is no easy feat to achieve. So, this challenge within itself is a major challenge. It can also be deemed to be a Brobdingnagian challenge of unprecedented proportions. Even if you are ingratiated with other people, even if you have powerful connections, there's no guarantee that in spite of your utmost best, utmost diligent, utmost sedulous efforts that you'll be able to ascend to the upper echelon, to the very top of the social dominance hierarchy. Even if you have a stellar public image, are you a renowned, illustrious alpha male, or are you an obscure, unknown, enigmatic alpha male? Are you able to gain notoriety? Are you able to rapidly build your reputation? If you are able to rapidly build your reputation, it will be easier to ascend the social dominance hierarchy than it otherwise would be if you neglected to rapidly build your reputation. What is another challenge appertaining to being an alpha male? As an alpha male, you're expected to be a provider. You may not just be beholden to your family members, but if you have a company, you may be beholden to your employees. You should be exemplary. You should be a role model. You should be inspirational. Other people should aspire to be like you. As an alpha male, your life does not solely revolve around yourself. You may be responsible for doling out salaries to your employees, as well as assuaging the needs, wants, and desires of your family members. The owner's burden of having to take care of your family members in tandem with your employees may metaphorically fall on your shoulders. It is an albatross to bear. However, there is tremendous merit in being a provider. There is tremendous merit in being a benefactor to others. You want to be able to have a positive impact on the world on a global scale and not shirk on doing so. You want to be able to enrich other people's lives. You want to be able to enhance, augment, and ameliorate other people's lives. So, as an alpha male, if you have your own enterprise, if you have your own company, if you have your own business that employs people from around the world, then you are a benefactor in other people's lives. You're providing them with revenue generating opportunities. You're providing them with salaries or wages. Furthermore, you're also allowing your family members to thrive, prosper, and flourish if you are the income provider in your family. You may succumb to chronic stress, chronic fatigue, chronic burnout, and an undermined well-being if you have the owner's burden of having to take care of so many people. And it can be a challenge to be profoundly successful enough as an alpha male to be a provider to so many disparate people. What is another challenge appertaining to being an alpha male that is also ineffably difficult to surmount? Well, another challenge appertaining to being an alpha male is to attain unprecedented success in your career. It is not easy to become profoundly successful in your career. As an alpha male, you are expected to lead your employees. You are expected to furnish unprecedented value to your target market in the form of your product offerings and service offerings. Markets are hyper-competitive. They are replete with competition. You are competing against behemoth competitors who have attained ample, potent competitive advantages. These competitors are incessantly vying for additional market share. They are ceaselessly, unremittingly, incessantly vying for additional market share every day. And they will never waver on doing so. They will never relent on doing so. They will never capitulate. So, as an alpha male, you are expected to be highly knowledgeable, highly competent, highly adept, and highly confident. You need to ensure that all the cogs on the wheel, metaphorically speaking, are operating smoothly. In other words, you need to ensure that every facet of your business is properly optimized. Are your marketing strategies potent? Are you continuing to innovate your product lines and service offerings? Have you been able to usher in robots, artificial intelligence, algorithms, macros, and automated processes into your business? Have you been able to minimize your overhead costs? Do you also have an exorbitant amount of competitive advantages to be able to compete on par with your ample competitors? There are so many facets of a business that should not be blithely overlooked. And as an alpha male, you are expected to attain unprecedented success in your career that trumps the success of competitors. You want your success to eclipse theirs. You want to be able to manifest a prosperous, abundant, auspicious, blissful future for yourself into reality. And as an alpha male, it can be extraordinarily difficult to surmount this challenge, especially if you lack guidance, mentorship, and wisdom from others. Are there other people you can confabulate with, who can provide you with counsel and insights for what to do next, or are you on your own? Lamentably, knowing what to do is enigmatic for most entrepreneurs because the future is enigmatic and obscured beyond the veil of time. Just because you extrapolate that implementing certain measures will yield successful results does not mean that you will attain these desirable results when the future elapses. You have no control over the outputs. You control the inputs as an entrepreneur. However, the results that are elicited, the results that are drawn forth, the results that are brought to fruition are outside the parameters of your control, in spite of how diligently you may strategically work each and every day to be apt to attain desirable, beneficent results. You do not want your fruits of your labor to be an exercise of sheer and utter unalloyed vanity. You want to be able to elicit desirable results. If you are an alpha male, and if you work in entrepreneurial capacities, you will be expected to reign supreme over your competitors and dominate your competitors and become a dominant market competitor. And this challenge can indeed be overwhelming, especially if you lack guidance, mentorship, and wisdom from other people whose knowledge, wisdom, competencies, and skills trump yours. You always want to learn from other people. You want other people to bequeath knowledge to you. Under the tutelage of other people, you can amplify your knowledge base, expand your repertoire, increase your competencies, which can help you to thrust your life into a forward movement trajectory. You always want to be able to thrust your life in a forward movement trajectory and never regress nor stagnate. You never want to be impeded, nor stymied, nor encumbered, nor obstructed. Do everything in your purview to pull yourself out of the muck and mire, and do everything in your purview to attain profound, unprecedented success in your pursuits and endeavors. Avail yourself of career advancement opportunities and become profoundly successful in your career as an alpha male. Actualize your latent potential. Do not be indolent, sedentary, idle, nor passive. Make inroads towards success each and every day. Take the requisite measures so that you can attain unprecedented success in your career. I hope that you deem this video to be fascinating and insightful. The challenges of being an alpha male are indeed multitudinous. However, they can be surmounted. They can be overcome. You can triumph over any challenges in your pathway to success, the latent potential to do so. Actualize your latent potential. Reach your overarching goals, reach your higher aspirations. And do everything in your purview to manifest a prosperous, abundant, auspicious, blissful future for yourself into reality. As an alpha male, you can triumph over your competitors. Do not allow them to trounce you. Do not allow them to best you. Do not allow them to outwit you. You can match their potent competitive advantages if you have enough resources to do so. And if you surround yourself with highly knowledgeable, highly competent, highly adept individuals, then it can redound to your advantage. Especially they can help you to attain additional market share while competing in a highly competitive market that is replete with competition. Once again, I hope that you deem this video to be informative and engrossing. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.